Right, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the quadratic formula to solve the equation 2x squared minus 3x minus 5 equals 0. So we have what is quite a complicated looking formula, but we'll break it down and make it seem easier than it first looks. So to start with, we can see the formula involves b's, a's and c's, and that's my way of writing a b. So we have to identify a, b and c. So in the general quadratic equation, the a is the number before x squared, the b the number before x, and the c the number at the end, or the number that doesn't multiply anything to do with x, because that's not always necessarily at the end. So what we can see then is that a is 2, b is minus 3, and our c is minus 5. So we now put these numbers into the formula. So we have x will equal minus 3. Because of the double negatives, it's a good idea to keep them in brackets to start with, and we'll deal with the two negatives later. Plus or minus the square root of b squared, again we'll keep our letters in brackets, minus 4 times a, which you'll see is 2, times c, which is minus 5. The square root across the top. So all of this is divided by 2 times 2. So let's now go through and deal with these negative numbers. So a minus gives us a plus. Still got two parts to the equation. We'll deal with the separation when we've sorted out inside the square bracket. Minus 3 squared is 9. Now you've got minus 4 and a minus 5. A minus times a minus gives us a plus. 4 2's are 8, and 8 times 5 is 40. And then that all divides through by 4. We'll do 2 2's are 4. Now, if I take this over here and use this space here, then we have got 3 plus or minus the square root of 49. All divided by 4. So we'll now take the plus part. So I'll write the positive bit there. So we're taking the positive bit of the answer, or of the formula. So it's 3 plus, now square root 49, we should know is 7, all divided by 4, which is 10 divided by 4, which is 2.5. So we get an answer of 2.5 from our first part of the formula. Second part of the formula involves us taking the negative square root. So it's 3 minus 7 over 4. So 3 minus 7 is minus 4, and minus 4 divided by 4 is minus 1. So because we've got whole number answers, this would have factorised, and I will do that in another video. But sometimes people find factorising with a number in front of the x squared difficult. So you can, if you're not getting anywhere with that, use the formula. The formula is given to you, and if you practice the formula a number of times, you'll get used to using it. So our two solutions then are x equals 2.5 and x equals minus 1. We could check with the minus 1 by putting it back into the equation, just to be absolutely sure we've got it right. So if we do 2, so here's our equation, I'll write it up, so you can see it again, 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. So if I put minus 1 in there, I'm going to get 2 times minus 1, minus 3 times minus 1, minus 5. Now I want this to come equal to 0, so let's see if it does. 2 times minus 1 squared, 2 times minus 1 squared is 2, and minus 3 times minus 1 is plus 3, and minus 5 equals 0. So we know that this is correct, so we know that minus 1 is correct. It's highly likely that 2.5 will also be correct. So that's an example of how to use your quadratic formula by quadratic equation.